a pistol out of your drawers, fam. Like, just don't pull a blick out of your drawers, fam, and then put it on my lip. Like, come on, bro, just
You're gonna get a bump.
don't do it, fam.
Certainly, you're getting a bump for sure. No questions asked.
Where is the cortisone when you need it?
No questions asked.
I think you've got something different. I've been searching. I think you're nervous. He's made you so mad. I think you should take a chance and show me that you can.
Welcome. It's finally here. Finally here. How does it feel? It's been a long time.
It has? Kind of.
Yeah.
Only 6 months.
Yes. Fans, family, new subscribers, newcomers, thank you for having patience with us. TSOV, here we are. This
Hello.
is it. How does it feel? Will Love, Lexi B, how do you feel?
I was going to say we're back, but we're not back.
We're not.
We are, in fact, just here.
Yeah, we're
getting started.
We're just here. How you feel today?
I feel great. How do you feel?
I'm good. Everything looks great. You look great.
Thank you.
I look great. Great quality.
Dang. I could have said it for you, but it's okay.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. How about we get straight into it? How about that?
Sure. Let's go.
One of our favorite topics we love to talk about. Relationships. Relationship etiquette, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a relationship, etiquette, text messages, DMs from exes, old people you used to talk to. Should you scrub those?
When you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
What do you mean scrub?
Gone. Delete. Control. Alt. Delete. Bye-bye. Oh, let me see your phone real quick, baby. Who is Tyrone? Why were you begging for the D at 2 a.m. in the morning?
I mean, it's the past, so why does it matter?
Break that down to how that makes sense in your mind.
Easy. If something's in my phone prior to our relationship, or a relationship for that matter, then why does it matter?
Because, and I'm going to speak for some of the men who may side with me. If I use your phone, for me, while you harboring old messages, like if you harbor anything old, it means something to you, right? You keep old pictures.
No.
You keep old pictures. It means something to you. You might have a letter from your grandma, something like that. It means something to you.
No.
So why is it there?
Because, like, who has time? People just keep messages, DMs. Like, who has time to go delete it?
As evidence, but you don't need it anymore.
That's not true. Some people just don't delete it.
Oh, baby, I'm CSI. I'm going to tell you what the hell you did in 1864.
Okay, but that's a purpose for keeping, but I'm saying not everybody has that purpose for keeping old things in their phone, regardless of what it is. Some people just don't delete it.
So it's all right. So it's okay for your man to have an old thread from his ex, and in that thread may be some nude photos.
I mean, if it's before me, I don't care. Because first, here's the thing about this topic. You would have to know it's there and go looking for it to see it's there. If I have text messages from a year and a half ago, that's a lot of scrolling.
I totally agree with you, right? Because don't go looking for it. You ain't gonna get your feelings hurt, right? But I feel like it's etiquette, relationship etiquette. Like, all right, this is my phone. I'm in a relationship. Nothing in this phone should be reminiscent of the past, should remind me if I'm ever just accidentally scrolling through February 1st of 2020. I shouldn't be reminded of Keisha or anybody. And even
is that oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I don't want to be reminded. And I care for the simple fact of, even if you, let's say for instance, like you go through my phone, like, hey, let me see, like, you mind, let me see your phone, let me see.
Yeah, I'm not scrolling. I'm going.
No, but all right, but what if it's it's an accident, right? You know how you go through photos, you know you got the little fat thumb syndrome sometimes, and it just kind of slide to like 1992, and you go look, but there's a picture, a Nolan Marshall picture, a man holding his ex and stuff like that, or you got an X-rated video, and you're just trying to send a picture that you two took by the battery. So you're telling me you go see his ex got 3000, the video in his phone, because you're just trying to look for your waterfront pictures, and you're okay with that. You're not going to be scarred at all.
Okay. No, but also, like, is that a courtesy to you or a courtesy to your significant other in the relationship?
But as far as scrubbing it?
Right, because if I'm secure in my relationship, I'm not going to be reminded of that if I see something. It's going to be like, oh, I saw it and I'm going to keep it moving. Now, if it's a courtesy of you, meaning, okay, I delete it so that you don't see it, then that's one thing.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Deleting it for the courtesy, but also too, it's a relationship, a new relationship is a clean slate. Why would you even want that? I think from what I'm hearing, you're saying that who has time? Well, you make time for those things because it is important. You want to delete everything. You don't want to be reminded of your exes or anything from, talking to you. You don't want to be reminded of anything. So therefore, why have it? Take the time. And especially if you care, I don't want to be reminded, and I for damn sure don't want my significant other to be reminded or even see that. So you do take the time out, whether it's an hour.
But you see it, it's in your brain.
Oh, yes, but out of sight, out of mind.
That's not true. So you don't remember your past relationships just because you don't see it in a picture?
Baby Marie Charles. I can't see it.
I
can't. And So you, let me tell you something. You better delete. You better sit and delete. Because you just don't. It's just a common courtesy. You shouldn't have it. It's over with. Why do you want it? You want to be reminded about what you settled for?
Wow. What if it wasn't bad?
You should have upgraded in your new relationship.
True, but that doesn't mean that I settled.
Well, first of all, before we continue this topic, let's do our shot.
Our first shot?
Yeah, let's do our first shot.
We kind of skipped it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Cheers. Wow. Just leave me hanging. No problem.
That is so good. Woo. Ooh. We're not promoting any alcohol.
Unless you're 21, then
yeah, we're not
get drunk.
We're not putting any alcohol names or anything, but the flavor of the day is lemon and.
That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying we weren't promoting drinking. I was like, the name of our podcast is Two Shots of Vodka. What?
But yeah, so man, no, you gotta scrub that. No,
I guess we're just gonna agree to disagree on this because,
fam, there is no way possible that as a man, and I'm gonna say this, and a lot of men gonna hate me for saying it. There's a lot of fellas. There's a lot of male frail egos out here, all right? And I will say, a man can't bounce back if I'm trying to get the waterfront pictures and I got the fat thumb syndrome and I accidentally dropped down to March of 2020 and you get
how do you accidentally drop down to March of 2020?
So
now let's be realistic. On an iPhone, how do you accidentally drop down to March of 2020?
All right, so you never went into pictures and scroll down and then it goes too fast and it goes to an earlier date. It does that.
Okay, but my boxes are so small, I can't even see what it says. I can't see what it is until You
must got a different tile layout or something than mine. But it happens. But let's go with this. Let's go with this story. If I go ahead and I have the fat thumb syndrome, and boom, I see this, and you're giving Daryl the Gok 3000.
First of all, that's not in my phone, so See, I think the reason why I'm so like whatever about this, okay, I can see the pictures, but like any of that other stuff, like inappropriate stuff, is just not on my phone anyway. So
Okay, but that's you. But let's in general terms when it comes to just the talking. Like what man wanna still why a man knowing that his woman may possibly have a text message in her phone texting her old dude at 2 a.m. bring me that andouille sausage.
see, but I automatically assume that the person that I'm talking to already has stuff in their phone.
Oh, okay. So you playing that, or if you got it, I have it.
Not necessarily, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I automatically assume that. So if I'm already careful when I'm maneuvering through their phone anyway. Like, I'm not just like willy nilly going to look for stuff.
Oh, I guess I'm just a different guy. Like I scrub everything. Well, first of all, after any relationship, and once it's done and it's done for sure, I don't want to be reminded of anything. So even before
So you delete everything after every
gone.
relationship? What if you're talking to somebody? If you were just talking, what if it wasn't a relationship?
That's gone too. That's extra easier. That's baby. That's going 10 minutes after I blocked you. Nah,
You just delete the thread?
baby, gone. Finito. Out of here. Aaron Judge. Gone. Yeah.
Touché.
No. So you have a hard time letting go.
No, I really don't. I just don't care to delete stuff on my phone.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, I mean,
I get your point. I do understand your point, and
so you're on the side of I don't have to delete it. It's not that big of a deal.
I'm not saying I have to. I mean, you should always do something for your partner if that's what they want, but it's not that big of a deal to me. And so maybe in our relationship, if we establish like, okay, we're gonna be together forever and this and that, then like, okay, but like, I mean, like I probably wouldn't think about doing it until that point or maybe a little later, but like it never really crossed my mind.
Jesus Christ. Savage mode too.
And not like that, it just doesn't. I really don't like think about like I mean, obviously, I won't have like inappropriate stuff in there, like stuff that like would hurt your feelings. But like
that would hurt a man's feelings. He go through your phone and you asking for the D from Daryl at 2 a.m.
I guess.
Oh my God,
you're right. Okay, you're right.
Oh my God, Daryl, you're the emperor of penises. What?
I'm not. First of all, I'm not saying that. That's certainly it's not coming out of my mouth. So that's not gonna be there.
You're not calling him my lord.
Not at all. Not in the slightest bit. No.
Oh my God. All right. So to kind of segue off that with relationships, the difference between leading and controlling, right? There's a lot of talk, and we had conversations about how just relationships are subjective, right? It's kind of do what's best for your relationship at the end of the day. But what really, and you kind of speak from the women's side, the difference of leading and controlling, and when a woman can kind of start to see like, oh, he may be leading me, or he's, controlling me, especially with the early dating phase, you know what I mean? And just starting to build, some of the stuff you might forget, or you might think, oh, it's cool and stuff like that. So what do you think? How can a woman spot the difference between leading and controlling early on?
I mean, I don't know if you can early on. Like, there's definitely a fine line in a gray area between being a leader and being controlling. But I think a leader if a leader makes a move, then they explain why they made that move. Versus controlling is just telling you to do something because I want you to do it. So if I'm leading you, I'm like guiding you. Like, you're doing it with me. We're doing things together. Controlling is more like, I want you to do this, or I don't want you to do that, with no other explanation.
What's the problem with women what's the problem with women and relationships, and why are women, let's say in our age group, the mid 20s, early 30s, why aren't relationships successful from a woman's standpoint?
In regards to leading and controlling?
Just overall in general, why aren't, relationships successful with our age group?
That's a good question.
I know, that's why I asked you.
I think if we had the answers,
don't worry, the women are watching.
People.
Don't worry.
Why don't relationships work out? I mean, I think there is not a high level of like understanding, especially like with our generation. Like it's kind of like we how do I say this? Like we say what we want and like that's the end of the story. Like for example, like our standards or like what we require from a man and things like that. Like we just say that we want this man who's this, that, and then that's it. And then if they never come along, then we're single forever. Versus like not necessarily settling, but like understanding that like we have to like have ourselves together too. So if you want a man with all this, like you have to like evaluate yourself and make sure that you are attracting that type of man.
Yeah.
And I don't think we do that very often.
Yeah. You think it's the lack of accountability?
Yeah, or maybe not necessarily accountability, just like the lack of self-evaluation and self-awareness. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know themselves. Like,
and I think we get a lot of things from like social media and like what we see in the public, and it's like,
and also how we were raised too.
Yeah, true. So it's like we just want this type of man because Cardi B says it, or because Meg Thee Stallion says it, or because City Girls say it. Like it's like we don't really understand like the level of woman you have to be to attract the type of men that'll do X, Y, and Z, or that'll be X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And put yourself in a position to attract that person. Like, if you're going out every weekend, you're probably not going to find a CEO. I'm just saying. Like, you're not going to find a 6-figure man, 7-figure man going to the club every weekend.
Yeah. Not going to find him in Club Sway.
Not at all. Just not going to happen. I mean, might, but probably not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You think certain women need to temper their expectations?
Temper?
Yeah.
Their expectations? Like, define, clarify.
Y'all got bullet points. Got to be 6 feet.
Because that when you say temper, you mean clarify, and then I'll comment.
6 feet, 6 figures, 26-inch rims, all that, 6-story house, all this. Meanwhile, she cashier at O'Reilly's.
Yeah. So that's self-awareness, right? Like if you're, no offense to anybody, but if you're working in the drive-thru at McDonald's, like. You may not attract a man with $1 million home and a Lamborghini and the CEO of something. Like, just statistically speaking, y'all might not run across each other. Mm-hmm. For one, I doubt he's coming to McDonald's. And for two, like, where are you going where he is?
The Lamborghini drivers just got offended. Like, yo, fam, I can't eat McDonald's. I can't eat a 20-piece?
But, I mean... That's obviously hypothetically, but like still, you know what I mean? Like you may not, y'all probably aren't going to cross paths. So not when you say temper, it kind of sounds like lower, like that. I mean, you can always have your expectations. If those are your expectations, like that's what it is. But like understand that like you have to govern yourself accordingly. So if you're saying that I want this, then make sure that when he comes, you're ready. Yeah. Because if you want a 6-figure man and you making not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. My thing is always the actions and the way, like you said, how the women carry themselves. You know what I mean? So, like you say, like going out, all the, and then trust me, I don't have a problem, but I love it. Be free, twerk, put your makeup on, do all these things, but also, too, just carry yourself in a certain way because, you get what, you attract what you are in a sense. So just kind of, and just going out and just twerking and just all this stuff and drinking every week, just drinking your weekend away and just not just doing the work on yourself. You know what I mean? Because people don't understand relationships are work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I think Michelle Obama said something about how, in her relationship, it was, in her marriage, sometimes some years it was 70-30, 80-20, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with her on the lower end of the spectrum but that's a sacrifice that, that you'll be willing to make for, for the greater good, whatever you want. I don't think, just from what I see, just certain women just want all these things, but not willing to put in the work on themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, my biggest thing is like the passed down trauma that like the parents that, and then nobody wants to work to break those generational curses. You know what I mean? Like these things, like just growing up in a single parent household, growing up without their father or without their mother, and not really, taking their mental health seriously, just getting to know themselves and starting to understand like, why am I not attracting the type of person that I want? You know what I mean? Like then I hate the whole, niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just put like, no, how about the niggas you attracting ain't shit? You know what I mean? They're all good guys out there, but like you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say like, what is it about me that's attracting this type of person?
Yeah.
Like what am I doing in my everyday life? What can I be like better at? Could it be my communication? Could I especially now when people take like constructive criticism or somebody tells somebody about themselves like, hey, I don't like this about you, or you do this, and we don't always gotta like balk back so volatile.
Get defensive,
get defensive. Sure. You know what I mean? Like you can, whether or not, like I think I told you this too, like you don't have to agree, but you don't gotta be argumentative either. Like it's like it's cool. Like somebody could say like, people tell me, oh man, you gotta stop making like R&B songs and stuff like that. Okay, like that's not your cup of tea,
right?
But I absolutely love it, and until the general consensus like disagree that I shouldn't make this music, then I'm not gonna. But it's just not for you. But I'm okay, and I understand it, and I respect your opinion.
Right.
It's just not you. You love a certain type of music, and that's fine. I get back to it at some point. So if you don't like something about me, like okay, cool. I think, the thing is we just take everything so to heart or so personal.
Yeah.
And I think like a lot of advice and whatever we get or just stuff we see, like it's just like a pot of gumbo, man. Just put whatever in it, you know what I mean?
Take out what you want, yeah.
Yeah, and like, make it good. Like if it works for you, it works for you. If not, like cool. Like it's cool to agree to disagree. But yeah, just the outrageous, because men, I feel like men can't do that. We can't say you got to be 5'5", 140 pounds. Like you gonna be, you body shaming.
Yeah,
you know what I
the
mean?
double standard certainly is.
Yo, we're gonna talk about double standard so much, like on this show.
Yeah,
it's like it's outrageous.
It's unfortunate. It is.
Why? Where did this come from?
Society. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so even too, like, and like some of the women would say, like, what's the one word that had like society or like society in a chokehold in like 2020? Submissive.
Submissive.
Submissive. Oh my God. When I tell you, if you started to around somebody and ain't no snake was around, boy, they was gonna think you was calling them a slave. What do you mean submit? What do you mean? And it's like women will always say, "No, I'm gonna be submissive for the right guy." And listen, I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna be this for the right guy. And it's like, what?
I think submissive it's a heavy, dense word with different, like different actions to it. So I think for a while we kind of had like a misconception of what men meant by like when they wanted a submissive woman. Mm-hmm. 'Cause like to us, I think for a while it was like, oh, you want us to cook and clean and do all these things and pack your lunch and fold the laundry, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do like slave type things. Not that that's slave type stuff.
Wait a minute, you better get tore up in the comments. That is not. I can see a mother right now. Oh, I'm a slave.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I meant. But you know what I mean? Like, just that.
Yeah.
Like, submitting yourself to a man is more than just being.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
chores.
His mother, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we've ever really clarified that. I mean, some women still hate the term submissive, but
yeah, I don't like that when I get it, right? Like it do take a certain man to bring a few things out of a woman, especially if you're nice, you're a protector and things like that. But like double standard. I as a man, I can't say Imagine me saying, yo, I need the right women to bring out the masculine side of me. Like,
Yeah, that wouldn't fly.
they gonna be like, so what, fam? Are you? What
That's not flying. But I mean, I get your point, though.
Yeah.
I get your point.
Like, I don't think femininity is like a light switch.
True.
Either you are or you're not.
True.
As a man, you're either a masculine man or not.
But femininity, wow, that's a tongue twister. Like it can be turned on and turned off in women, even if we're like a straight woman. You know what I mean? Like some things we do, like some women still have like tomboyish tendencies or like masculine tendencies about them. So it's like I think it's a little different than like masculinity.
Yeah.
Like, and not that it's a double standard, but like men don't really have a choice but to be masculine.
Yeah.
Whereas like with femininity, it's like sometimes we can be, sometimes we don't have to be, and it's
y'all extra.
to us it's okay.
Y'all extra masculine now. Shit.
Yeah, very.
Y'all picking us up and throwing us against the wall. I'm telling you. Yeah, nah, don't.
But that's all.
Don't put my knees to my chest, fam. Like, don't do that.
I mean, I used to be very what did Uncle Kev used to call it? A very
what
did he call it? Basically, a very masculine woman.
Yeah.
I used to have very high
toxic masculinity. Was that?
Yeah, I used to have very high masculinity
You
traits.
was telling dudes, yo, sit down.
Yeah, kind of.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, almost.
Did they do it?
I guess so. I would assume so.
No, I mean, did they sit?
I mean, I wasn't like a dog, like down. But like, I mean, to that extent, like, yeah.
Like, but, all right, so like when you did that, did you get like, was that the guys you talked to, did you get like pushback? Like, yo, who you
No,
talking
but I
to?
think that's just because of the type of guys they were. Because then I realized that real men don't like that.
So you was dealing with beta men?
Possibly.
No, are you? I mean,
I guess so.
I mean, like, you know, was these guys that if you go out, you felt, oh, he's going to protect
I mean,
me.
at the time I didn't, but I mean, now looking back in hindsight, like they were, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think like those guys was like protectors? Like,
I mean,
alphas?
Maybe like protecting me, but in the sense of like
they will protect you. You're out at the movie theaters and something happened, they're going to protect you. You felt like that?
Yeah, but I it's just because they were a man. Like,
but you said
they didn't carry themselves like how a man's like, I'm supposed to protect my family, my woman. Like, it wasn't that, but it was just like, naturally, like, even if I'm not your woman, there's just certain situations where men just protect women anyway. True. So it was kind of like that.
True.
It was just like, yeah, I mean, because I'm a man, I'm a dude. Like,
I mean,
if I don't, I'm gonna look like a little.
But
bitch.
but there's a certain instances like, you know, like if Mike Tyson come and punch my old lady, like, I'm just saying.
Well, that's picking and choosing your battles. And do you fight him or not?
Would
I mean, I say if you really love her, hey, like, you gotta get out.
Me personally, I'm gonna take him because I saw his last fight with Roy Jones. But
also because you boxed before.
I'm not Tyson, and I would never be. And I'm.
But
32,
I'm saying, compared to the average guy, like, you may stand
a chance,
the slightest chance.
Plus, I got a little weight around. He can't just throw me around.
Old, so.
Yeah, but no, I take the ass. I take the ass whooping. But I mean, those little skinny dudes, them little young dudes who pants be right here, they not fighting no Tyson.
But you know, men these days, I'm not gonna say men because they're not men, but these boys these days don't be fighting anyway. So
yeah, you got the
that's
blick.
another topic for another day. So, that's why their pants can sag down to their knees because they're not fighting anyway. Let's be real.
Where is the blick when your pants are that low?
I don't even know. How do you even? No, you put in your boxers, I guess.
Yo,
No, I'm dead serious.
Imagine getting robbed with a shitty gun. Yo, he pulled that fucking long pistol out, fam. Is that fucking doodle on the tip? Just take whatever you want.
That's disgusting.
Yo, did he take the pistol and put it to you? No. Yo, I'm not even worried about getting shot, fam. Why is there shit on the tip of my nose?
Yo, that's disgusting. Ew. Ew.
Do not get robbed. That's why I don't want no smoke with none of them young dudes, bro. Them young, nah, bro.
No, I'm good, love. You can have it all.
Yeah,
you
you got it, bro.
Just take
Because you pulling a pistol out of your drawers, fam. Like just don't pull a blick out of your drawers, fam, and then put it on my lip. Like, come on, bro. Just
You're gonna get a bump.
don't do it, fam.
Certainly, you're getting a bump for sure. No questions asked.
Where is the cortisone when you need it?
No questions asked.
Oh, all right.
Moving on from
yeah,
the poop pistols.
The poop pistol. You imagine he shoot the gun, but the shit particles keep the bullet from coming out. Yo,
Ew, you need a detox because I don't know why is your shit so hard. That is like you need a laxative at that point.
Yo, why is your gun caked up with shit at the end? Like fucking hard mud on the end of your pistol.
Yeah, you need to clean your colon before you go robbing people. You need a colon cleanse. Because that is disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
That is disgusting.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Oh my
Ew,
goodness.
no.
I'm crying.
No.
Jesus Christ.
That's disgusting.
Moving right along. Man, so one thing we definitely will talk about a lot is getting down in the bedroom.
We're gonna talk about that a lot.
Yeah, you're a woman, I'm a man.
So that results in us talking about getting down in the bedroom all the time, as opposed to any other topic men and women can talk about.
Well, I mean, we could talk about the political
I'd
issues
rather
in the
not.
Middle East.
Rather not. Back to the bedroom.
Okay, so adding spice to your bedroom life, right?
Mm-hmm.
How far would you go?
What do you mean? How far would I go?
How far would you go?
I don't know if I can answer that on a public platform.
Yes, you can. The ladies are listening. They want to know because they want to know, girl, how far should I go, girl? Because
You go as far as you're comfortable with. I can't say how far because that's different for every woman or every relationship in general.
Yeah.
And nowadays there's like open relationships. There's what do you call them?
Swingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, nah.
I don't know.
I couldn't do the swingers lifestyle.
No, I'm good, love.
Yeah,
I'm not even jealous like that, but like I just don't even play like that.
Yeah, no, true. And first of all, I don't want to see somebody like. Don't look me in my eyes, fam, and be drilling my woman, son. Like, don't like.
But I mean, there's different levels to that. Like, it's a thing. It's a whole like industry. And like there's parties and there's whole resorts in Mexico based on not really, but supposedly. So like yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle that like you have to
like you just walk in the
to.
swingers club, you just trying to see what's going on. You order 2 drinks and you sitting there talking, you looking around, and all of a sudden the man got his thing on top of your lady forehead, talking, just looking.
That's not how it works. I will say I have watched like a few people talk about it, and like it is a very respected, like they're very respectful to each other, and like even people who like they don't know for sure, like if they're going out swinging or like going somewhere and it's like everybody, like they're very respectful, like to people. It's not like, hey, come back. You know what I'm saying? Like they get to know people. Like it's not just like what we think.
You're trying to make this shit sound like Facebook in 2009. This shit, nah, fam.
No, but it is. I mean, like this is like really common for some reason.
Why you make it sound so nice? Like it's just like you walk in there and it's just white furniture and everybody got suits.
Because I mean, in some situations it is like there's all different types of like
them not
parties.
Them not the ones Zane be talking about in her books.
But that's like the OG swinger. I'm talking like I know like I'm a swinger, but I think that there's a more understanding, more open community in public community of swingers that explain their lifestyle. I think you're more inclined to see it on a platform, than we ever have been before, I think.
You must got a platinum card or something with us.
No, I don't, but I honestly, I watch a lot of different stuff, and I see people talk about it quite often.
Our algorithms are different, fam.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. There was this girl I watch on YouTube, Jayla Corian. She went to, Mexico by herself, and there's this it's not a swingers resort, but there is a resort in Mexico that is known to have and invite swingers. And she was out, and she knew where she was, so she was aware of what type of resort it was. And she was she met so many different people, and they were respected. She never felt weirded out or not offended, but what do you call it?
Disrespected?
Yeah,
anything like
anything like that. So
anything?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And they just had a conversation, and then so she was talking about how the last night she went. I think it was the last night or whatever, but she went and she just went out to the little club or whatever, and she met this older guy, and the wife was somewhere else, and she knew kind of what was going on, but then she was just explaining to him oh, I think what it was she was there by herself and he was there, and they both wanted to go home, but he was with his wife, and she wanted to go home, but she was out, and she was trying to wait till the club closed, and so then they were talking about how they both wanted to go home, and then they just started talking. And he explained a lot to her about she was hey, I'm not into this, but can I ask you questions? And she did. And he explained the whole lifestyle. So it's not I don't really think people who I don't think they get offended, if you're confused about it, like I said, I think it's just a more open and public community these days.
I must be hearing about the wrong ones then. Ones I be hearing about is dungeon, sweat, watered down drinks.
I don't think
Bottom
that's
shelf
how it
vodka.
always is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Whole room smell like.
I mean, if there are any swingers out there and I'm wrong, I could be very wrong, but I don't think. I think maybe that is a certain community, but I think it's
Swingers in the comments why she making us seem why she making us seem so sane? We be going crazy down here. Yeah. Well, all right. So other side. So once again, talk about swingers. So 3 ways in the bedroom. So how do you feel about 3 ways in your relationship? Is that no for you?
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
It's a no. Okay, so let's say if you was down, what are your rules of engagement? What are the rules of a 3-way?
I can't answer that because I don't know.
You don't know.
If
just hypothetically, if you was down, what is the rules? Like for instance, I feel a general rule that man, as a man, you can't find a woman. You can't find nah.
The man find another woman?
Yeah, you can't find.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a no.
Yeah, nah. Well, you know her from.
Because that just seems if that's the dynamics of your relationship, then go for it. But I just feel just stereotypically.
Nope, that's that trick, and women do it. I can see it now. I can see a woman now. Go ahead, find her.
But I think if you're into that kind of stuff, you already are confident in your man. The trust is already there. So I don't think it really matters at that point. I feel if you got to do all that, then you probably just don't need to do it because you're really not secure.
True. Yeah. Somebody said if you get if you're having a 3-way, the relationship are already over.
Not necessarily. I mean, like I said, there's people are more open to talk about these things, and there's a lot of open relationships where people just willingly and some people they have sex with each other. I mean, what they eat individually, they have sex with other people, or sometimes they have it's the couple or whatever, and then somebody else, or there's all different types of open.
What was that video that was going around of that woman that she was in an open marriage, open relationship? So she was showing her days. She went out. She did she worked. She went made groceries. She came home, got dressed, went on a date, then came back home and cooked for her husband and stuff like that. And that was just
yeah, open relationship.
Yeah, nah, family. So you ain't hungry? You done ate already? Nah, family.
See, that's why it's not meant for you. That's exactly why. Because you can't.
Why you eating what you cook?
Can't have that attitude in that type of situation.
I mean, if you don't go on a date, don't eat. You'll come back and come cook just for
But
me.
if I'm okay with you being in an open relationship, then that doesn't even matter.
I feel like a child. You done come in here and just come cook just for me. and you didn't ate a tomahawk
Evidently,
steak.
he's okay with the open relationship.
Crazy. Never.
That's why you're not in it.
So spicing things up in the bedroom. I see toys are a big thing now. We
I
know
think they've always been a big thing.
I don't know. I feel like last couple of years these new toys they coming out with, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not on my toy game, so I don't know.
Man,
I have
look,
no idea.
that Rose trying to give a man a run for his money.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was just the hype. I don't know. I never had one, so I can't tell you.
I can see women right now. Y'all know what you're missing.
I mean,
Shut up,
maybe
you
not,
single.
but I'm alright.
Shut up, you single. Yeah, nah, the toys. So are you because some dudes get like weird about using toys in the bedroom with their woman. What is your perspective on using toys in the bedroom with your significant other? Are you like?
I say do it.
They do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I guess some men are weirded out about like specific toys, like a dildo.
Yeah, like yeah. And then too, like I gotta speak for the man. I don't have an issue with it. You know what I mean? But I can see how if the frail ego men, you start giving her a rose or a bullet or whatever toy they use, and yeah, whatever they use, and she start hiding the octave a little bit higher than what you be giving up. You close her eyes, you get her with the bullet. She hiding.
I mean, but if you're with your woman, why would you need a rose?
Nah, I'm a big proponent of, look, man, hey, toys, robots could never replicate a real human being. The connection, all that stuff.
Touche.
It don't could do so much. So you was a regular toy girl. You just had the dildo. That's all. That's all you did. You ain't explore.
Nah, I'm good on the exploration. Dead serious.
There are a lot of like. So you never went like in a sex store, like just as a single woman, like just
As a single woman?
yeah, like,
Not at all.
where you got your toys from?
Amazon.
Just get this long pack. Yo, they wrapped it wrong, so they just see the balls.
No, I mean that's obviously what. Not how it goes.
You made sure the disclaimer said discreet package.
You're being silly. That's not how it works.
I mean, so you never. You just ordered everything off, and what you was like? Were you ashamed of going to the sex store or something? Like you just didn't want to?
Why would I go?
That's what the toys is.
They're also on Amazon, and they're a lot cheaper too.
Oh my shit! All right, that fucking thing exploded inside you. It said it needed 3
No
AAA
wonder
batteries.
it was $5.99.
No wonder why this thing took 16 AAA
1,000
batteries.
Ways to Die. Why on 1,000 Ways to Die? Like half of the stories were always like sexual encounters. You remember that show?
Yeah, no, that show was amazing. Like, yeah.
I love that show. Actually, most of them were about like sexual encounters.
I don't remember. Nate, give me a what's just one of the sex ways somebody died? I remember.
I can't remember, but I remember a lot of them were about like
sex?
sexual encounters. Yes.
Man, look, I think every man want to die during sex or in his sleep.
Mm.
Yeah. But
What rapper said that line?
I don't know, but they definitely got to be traumatizing for the woman. Imagine your man dying on top of you.
I remember there was one story about like, maybe it wasn't 1,000 Ways to Die, but it was one story about like how a woman, she couldn't stop having like orgasms. She couldn't.
What?
I don't think that must have been my Strange Addiction. I don't know. It was one of those shows on like
She
TLC.
couldn't stop.
Having orgasms.
Yo,
Like she like would masturbate a lot, and then at one point like she couldn't stop having orgasms. Like it would come like unwillingly.
oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo, imagine a man, bro. You know how gray my
Like
eyes
she would be
be?
anywhere, like in the grocery store, and it would just happen. I forget what show that was on. I don't remember, but yeah, it was like a real thing.
But imagine that for a man. Like every 5 minutes you bussing. Like you are in Publix and you just got cream of wheat just oozing down your jogging pants and you just like,
Yeah, that's kind of how it was.
yo, Can you? No, I can't. Nah.
That's literally how it was.
You are that's the day a man going blind. Like for real.
Well, I think whatever the situation was, I don't remember what show it was on, but whatever the show was, like, they were just talking about, like, how they had to
I can see
take medicine or something to fix it.
I can see the nasty niggas right now. Wish I had that problem. Nigga, oh, you crazy.
No, you don't, because that's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, that's all fun and games until you're, like, on your 40th orgasm, and you're like,
This is over.
You're tired. Yeah, that's exhausting.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I guess that's why Kevin Gates practiced semen retention, huh?
I guess.
I'm definitely not subscribing.
I mean, until a scientist tells me what the purpose of that is.
I think he said a scientist, somebody studies shows or something like that. I think he did. I don't know. I think he did like a before and after or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't want to take it from the actual doctors, though. The actual people with a degree, not him.
Imagine asking for something off aisle 3 and you just busting a nut. Babe, you said you wanted to. Oh!
I mean, that's kind of how it was for this lady. Seriously.
Jesus Christ.
Because so I think it was like something happened with like her nerves or something.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was. And then it caused that. I don't know, whatever it was. I could probably Google it and find it.
A nigga, them niggas do that shit. They dick is gonna shrivel up to a cocktail wing. They bust. What's wrong? How much bags you gonna have on there? How much sweat you gonna be? Oh my God, no, I can't.
Okay, enough of this.
That's horrible. I don't want to. So, but you do agree with, you do subscribe to the whole, you know what I mean, doing what you have to do to add spice to your bedroom life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You think, who think put in more work in the bedroom, the man or the woman? These days, your generation.
Mm-hmm. I guess the man. Man, I don't think that's ever gonna change.
Yeah, because boy, y'all engine like be coming on y'all knees, boy. I don't understand. I make her get on a table in a club and twerk. You hear me? Soon as we tell y'all to do that, boy, just no cardio, no stamina, no nothing. Why?
Because that's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's just not.
Well, you need to stop. You need to stop false flagging in these clubs. Monkey on that.
I mean, maybe the girls who have mega knees do, but for those of us who don't,
y'all better stop capping.
I don't.
Tell them straight up, I ain't got it.
I don't have it.
You got them edamame knees?
Yep, I've got granny knees, actually. But I have an excuse because I'm a dancer, so.
Well, then you should have great knees.
No, dancers have horrible knees by the time they're like 25.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, a large percentage of them have probably already had a knee replacement.
What's the lifespan of a dancer?
Lifespan? Like my knee lifespan?
No, like career-wise.
If you start young, like 18, 20, unless you go to like LA or something.
Oh, 18 years?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good amount. There's about to give me like running back numbers like 9, 10 years or something, like 8, 9 years, something like that.
I mean, no, by age 18.
No, but from the age, if you start at age 18, how long? Like, what's the?
Oh, if you start?
Yeah.
Well, that I feel like in dancing, the older you are when you start, the harder it is. But that's just because our bodies are not trained yet. So like when you're younger, it's very easy to learn and like pick up stuff. But the older you get, the more you weigh and the more muscle. You know what I'm saying? So it's harder.
So if you started at 18 and you're 30-year-old dancer, are you considered old in the dance space?
Yeah. I mean, you're considered old by the time you're like 20.
20?
Yeah.
Damn. What y'all doing? You guys
I mean, for people who have been dancing their whole life, by the time you're like out of high school, like you kind of have to make a decision. Like, do I want to pursue this as a career? Or do I, it's kind of like gymnasts. Like the career stops very young unless you really pursue it as a career. Mm. Like I mean, obviously like I do it as a hobby, but the professional realm of, it's, I mean, that's hard to say because like people still do it, but you kind of have to make a decision. Like, is this what I want to do? And if you do, you kind of have to do it like full time. You can't just like
take a break and just
yeah.
That's like sports.
So yeah, to answer your question, dancers have horrible knees at a very young age because we use them a lot.
All right, fellas, don't bring home no strippers. Telling you, that stuff she's
Wait,
doing on that pole.
No, not those type of dancers, like professional dancers.
Oh,
Strippers probably have great knees. Wait, let me clarify.
Yeah,
I'm not a stripper.
Woo.
Why do I literally always have to clarify this. No, when I say dancing, I mean like a professional dancer, not a stripper. I'm not a stripper.
Burlesque?
I'm talking about, I mean, I've done like a burlesque type thing before, but like, no. I'm talking about like professional dancing, not
If
stripping.
I put a quarter in, fam, and the curtains draw, fam, and you behind the curtains at the cabaret, fam, nah.
I mean, like, I've done like burlesque type theme dances before.
Yeah. Nice dope. Nice dope. This is fun. First episode of many more to come. Drink like it's almost gone.
You did not drink at all. And we also only took one shot, so I think we have to hear a second one. Because it's called 2 shots, not 1.
Yeah, we'll save it next time.
How do you save it for next time?
We'll save it next time.
They're going to be like, wow, their podcast is called 2 Shots of Vodka. And they only took 1.
They're supposed to take 1. It's 2.
Well, you got to clarify that with the people who've
Okay,
never seen
you
this
guys
before.
take a shot.
Okay.
All right, next
so
time
they
next
take a
time
shot,
we'll
we
take 2.
take a shot.
Yeah, but next time we'll take 2.
They're confused.
Don't take a shot. Take a shot. The end. Let's give people. We have a segment called Weekly Playables. We're going to give you our song or album, whatever that we are currently just on repeat. It could be a song, it could be an album, whatever. We're going to let you guys know exactly what we are replaying. My song of the week right now is my favorite thing, you nigga. And you I think I should scissor. Glorilla featuring Cardi B.
It's Glorilla. I wish people would stop calling her Gorilla. That is
I did
not
not
that
say
girl.
that. I said
yes,
Glorilla.
you did. You said Gorilla.
I did not. I said Glorilla. What did I say, y'all? Sorry. Glorilla.
Don't disrespect her like that.
I would never. I love Glorilla. She
very weirdly you do.
What you mean? What? Wow.
I would not expect you to like Glorilla.
Why? Because I'm pro women. Wow.
No, wait, what? No, I'm just saying, like, I just wouldn't expect you to like Glorilla.
No, I just love her personality. Like, like, it's like, it reminded me like when Cardi B first came out. Cardi B had like an infectious personality. Like, she was just like real lovable. You know what I mean? Like, I just think kind of
even though she was very ratchet.
Yeah, but it's just like, she was just like a cool ratchet. Like,
Glorilla is a cool ratchet.
Yeah. But no, Glorilla featuring Cardi B tomorrow too. That is my weekly replayable. What is your weekly album song that you want to tell your listeners, your viewers, watchers to listen to?
You're not even gonna know it.
Of course, I'm not gonna know. Let them know.
Wow, what are you trying to say? You don't know the type of music I listen to?
Baby, let me tell you something. I'm not playing no Kenny Chesney. I'm just letting you know right about now.
No. Okay, my song of the week is Unholy by Sam Smith, and I forget the girl's name.
Sam Smith.
Yeah.
And featuring
I forget her name. Hold on.
Well,
Kim Petras.
Kim who?
Petras? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Kim Petras.
Okay. So Sam Smith featuring Kim Petras.
And they are equally on the song, and it's called Unholy.
It's called Unholy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's all right. Listen to that. That's what we playing all week. But other than that, man, remember, man, stay 10 toes down. If you're missing any, count them and roll with them. Lead with love, and you're gonna get love. Whatever you're doing and whoever you're doing it with, do them and it like you love it. Will love, Lexi B, TSOV podcast. We are out. Peace.
Peace.